Welcome, boys and girls, to the second Black Swan video, and we're very excited to have you here today. The topic of the discussion today will be plumber's putty. Now, I realize to most of you this is not the most exciting topic in the world, but to me, Jeff Lichten, it's a very exciting subject. And the reason is because plumber's putty paid for my college education, paid for the home that I live in, and the profit I make off of plumber's putty almost gives me enough money to keep my wife and 2 daughters happy. So plumber's putty is a very exciting topic for me. Now, before we get to putty, I want to mention to you about the first Black Swan video clip that we have. We have had an overwhelming response to this video clip. With modern technology, we can see how many people have gone to the website to hear the first clip. And up until now, we have had 8 people go to the site to view this clip. This is 8 people more than we would have ever reached had we not had this technology. So thank you all very much, all 8 of you, for coming to the site. By the way, just want you to know, the 8 people that visited the site, that is 12 people more than my wife said would ever go to a website to hear me give a talk. So I guess we showed my spouse. Alright, plumber's putty. A little bit of a history. Black Swan got started in the late 1920s. When World War II started, the government came to my grandfather and said, we need a putty-like substance for a very specific use. And we're wondering if you can make a plumber's putty for us. My grandfather said yes. So he started fiddling around in the lab, and he came up with a good putty and sold it to the government. And it was a pretty big seller for us. Well, when World War II was over, the government had no more use for the putty, and the orders stopped coming in. My grandfather looked at the putty and said, this is such a nice product, there has to be another use for it. So my grandfather went into the marketplace, looked at different industries, looked at what people were doing, and he stumbled onto the plumbing industry, and he saw how the plumbers were setting toilet bowls. Now, this was before the invention of wax gaskets. And what the plumbers were doing is they were buying a powder, buying an oil, mixing it together with their hands, and then they would use it to form a seal on the toilet with the floor. Well, this really was not a good procedure. 1, it was a very sloppy process to make the putty. 2, it didn't really make that good of a seal. And 3, the putty stained the floor. So it wasn't working out very well. So my grandfather introduced his putty to the plumbing industry, and it became an overnight success, and we had sales all over the country. So that's how plumber's putty came into existence. And Black Swan manufactures an outstanding plumber's putty. Not too hard, not too soft, not too sticky, has a great shelf life, and it's very pliable and very nice to work with when you use it. And it's a very big selling item for us, and I think that tells you something very good about our plumber's putty. Now, we sell it in many different sizes. 14 ounce, 3 pound, and 5 pound are the standard sizes. We have a 7 ounce size, which is brand new, which is for the retail trade. We even sell a 28 ounce size, which we sell into Europe. And we have large sizes available, 25 pound, 50, 75, and even a 450 pound drum. And we do sell some of those drums. So plumber's putty is a very good item. It does have 1,000,001 uses, setting sink strainers and working on sinks. So it's just a great, great product. Now, if you've used our putty already, you know how great it is. If you have never tried our putty, please give it a try. If you want, give me a call on our 800 number. I'll talk to you myself. I'll make you a special deal on your opening order of plumber's putty, and I'm sure you'll be very pleased. So, thank you very much for coming to our site, and we look forward to seeing you in the near future. Our next video clip probably will be on tub and tile caulk and silicone caulk, which are very big products for us. Look forward to seeing you then.